The map didn't show it. That was the first sign something was wrong. "Are you sure this is the place?" Mira asked, leaning forward from the back seat, her voice edged with doubt. Ethan didn't answer right away. His eyes stayed fixed on the road ahead, if it could still be called a road. "It should be here," he said finally. "The coordinates match." Lena frowned, tapping her phone again. "No signal, no map, nothing," she muttered. "It's like this place doesn't exist." "Or doesn't want to be found," Jonah added from the passenger seat, half joking. No one laughed. The road stretched forward, cracked and pale, cutting through fields that had long since given up trying to grow anything. Dead grass lay flattened on either side, unmoving despite the wind. Or maybe there wasn't any wind. Mira shifted uncomfortably. "Okay, no, I don't like this." "You don't like anything that isn't Wi-Fi and coffee?" Jonah said. "No, I mean it," she insisted. "This feels off." Ethan slowed the car. Up ahead, a sign, half buried, rusted, barely standing. He pulled closer. The letters were almost gone, scraped away by time or something less natural. But one word remained. "Welcome." "To where?" Lena asked quietly. No one answered. Ethan drove past it, and that's when the silence began. Not gradual, not subtle. It just stopped. The sound of the engine dulled. The tires made no noise against the road. Even their breathing felt muted, like it didn't belong to them anymore. Mira leaned forward again. "Do you hear that?" Jonah frowned. "Hear what?" "Exactly." The town appeared suddenly. No build-up, no gradual approach. One moment, empty road. The next, buildings, dozens of them, old, faded, standing too still. Ethan hit the brakes. The car stopped at the edge of the street. "This isn't on any map," Lena whispered. "No kidding," Jonah said. But his voice had changed. Softer, like he wasn't sure it was his. They stepped out of the car together, and immediately, something shifted. Not outside. Inside. Mira blinked. "Wait," she said suddenly. Everyone turned to her. "What?" Ethan asked. She hesitated, frowning. "I just forgot something." "What?" She opened her mouth, then stopped. "I don't know." A silence settled between them. "That's normal," Jonah said quickly. "You forget stuff all the time." "Not like that," she said. Lena glanced around uneasily. The buildings loomed over them. Old shops, broken windows, doors slightly open as if someone had just stepped out. But there was no dust. No decay. Just stillness. "Maybe we shouldn't stay long," she said. "Agreed," Mira replied immediately. Ethan nodded. "Fine. We check it out, take a few photos and leave." Simple. It should have been simple. The first sign, they didn't notice it right away. At first it was small things. A street sign with no name, a shop window reflecting them, slightly wrong. A clock stuck at the same time in every building they passed. Then, the photos. Lena was the first to realize. "Guys," she said slowly, looking at her camera screen. "What?" Jonah asked. She turned it toward them. "There were 5 of us." The image showed only 4. A long pause followed. "That's not funny," Mira said. "I'm not joking," Lena replied. Jonah frowned. "Wait, who's missing?" Silence. They looked at each other. Ethan, Lena, Mira, Jonah, 4. "That's all of us," Ethan said slowly. "Then why does it feel like there was someone else?" Mira whispered. No one answered, because they all felt it, like a shadow of a memory. Someone laughing, walking beside them, talking, gone, and none of them could remember who it was. "Hello?" The voice came from behind them. They turned sharply. A man stood in the middle of the street. He looked normal, too normal, clean clothes, calm expression, a faint smile. "You're new," he said. Ethan stepped forward slightly. "Yeah, we just got here." The man nodded slowly. Of course you did. Something about the way he said it. You live here? Lena asked. The man hesitated. I stay here. Mira frowned. What does that mean? He looked at her, and for a brief second, his expression flickered. Confusion. Then it was gone. It means I don't leave, he said simply. Jonah crossed his arms. Why not? The man smiled again. Because I don't remember where else to go. The air grew heavier. What's this place? Ethan asked. The man looked around slowly. At the buildings, the empty streets, then back at them. It's a place where nothing ends, he said. That doesn't make sense, Mira replied. It will, he said. A pause. Then you should leave, he added. Ethan blinked. That's exactly what we're planning. The man shook his head gently. No, he said. I mean while you still know how. Mira rubbed her arms. Okay, I really don't like this. Same, Lena said. Ethan turned toward the car. Let's go. They all nodded, relieved. They walked back the way they came, except the car wasn't there. They stopped. What? Jonah said. It was right here, Mira whispered. Ethan's heart began to race. No. He looked around. The street hadn't changed. The buildings were the same, but the road behind them was gone, replaced by more town. Endless. Okay, Lena said slowly, her voice shaking now. This is not possible. The man's voice echoed faintly behind them. It is here. They turned. He hadn't moved. People don't die in this town, he said. Mira swallowed. Then what happens to them? The man's smile faded, and for the first time, there was something like fear in his eyes. They forget, he said quietly. Everything? Ethan asked. The man hesitated, then nodded. Starting with the small things, he said. Then names. Mira stiffened. Then each other. Silence. Heavy, unavoidable. And after that? Lena whispered. The man looked at them, really looked. As far as I know, he said softly, you're still here. Let's go, Ethan said quickly. Where? Jonah asked. I don't care, just move. They turned, and Mira froze. Wait, she said. They stopped. What now? Lena asked. Mira frowned, looking at them. What's your name? She asked. The question hit like a drop into deep water. No one answered immediately, because something inside them hesitated. Ethan opened his mouth, and for the first time, he wasn't sure.